It's your boy Mike from Trouble Down Productions. This is going to be my review for the Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1 called The Monster. Now, for those of you who watched my previous reviews for last season, you know I like Fear the Walking Dead. I think they're doing great with it. I love the story plot and how they're throwing it to us, where it's like, you know, the beginning of the zombie apocalypse as opposed to somebody waking up 6 months already into it or some shit, you know what I mean? So I love the different perspective that they're giving us. A lot of people still ain't down with it. A lot of people still saying, oh, it's still slow and all this other shit. Well, there's not a season of The Walking Dead where I can't think of at least 3 episodes where it's just slow as hell. So that's really no excuse. But this episode picks up roughly an hour or two after the season finale of season 1. And man, when it picks up, dude, it picks up, dude. It was pretty awesome. We got Nick seeming like he really is not fiending for anything anymore. Is actually doing really good this episode. He went and took the people to the boat, and then he went back and got everybody else and loaded them up and took them off to the boat. And in the middle of doing all that, you got Travis and Madison and Chris. Chris really didn't do nothing. He was just kind of kneeled down by his dead mama the whole time, it was really sad, man. And I really feel bad about what the boy going through. I think in a couple parts he took it a little too far with his dad, you know, punching him and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just understand that he's mad inside or whatever, but I guess it's just heightened because with everything else that's going on, you know what I'm saying? Strand's back, man. They're on his yacht, big ass thing. And the actor who plays Strand, he actually went to classes on how to drive a yacht and how to operate it and what all the noises and everything means and everything. He actually went to class for that shit. So that's pretty cool. Strand's a bad dude, man. We really find out in this episode that, I mean, he's really smart. And he don't really know, you know, how to deal with the zombie apocalypse per se. But the dude's got a lot of wit to him, you know what I mean? And he's really smart, and he's got that big-ass yacht. I mean, dude got Windows tablets installed in the yacht. I mean, come on now. We got Salazar on the boat. Now, I said last season that you know, up until we met Strand, I was still a little wary about Strand then, and I still am now. I do believe the dude's got a hidden agenda, and they did say on The Talking Dead, we're going to learn a lot more about Strand this season and, you know, Abigail, where that name came from and kind of his, you know, background type deal. So that's pretty awesome. But as I was saying, Salazar, man, if most of y'all know, if you watch my reviews, he was my favorite character, like above Travis, above everybody. Salazar was my favorite character because dude's just hardcore. Ruben Blades is awesome. And I think he's doing really well with the part. Even in this episode, really, really well done, man. His interaction with Chris, his interaction with Kim Dickens' character, it was really awesome. Even a little bit of interaction he got with Travis. Now, he didn't, to my knowledge, he didn't have much interaction with Strand, if any at all. Now, I do think Nick's character is growing a lot. I could have strangled his ass last season. I did not like Nick. He was my least favorite character on the show. Even lower than Alicia. Like, I did not like Nick at all. But he is really, especially this episode, man, he's really stepped up. And I hope that's a continuance thing. You know what I mean? And he's really, even when Chris kind of lost it there for a minute and jumped in the water, Nick was the first one to run down the steps and jump in the water after him. I mean, like, no ifs, ands, or buts, no what's going on. No, he just ran and he jumped in the damn water after him. So he's got that he just don't give a fuck. I mean, you know what I'm saying, attitude. So that could be a very good thing, and I'm starting to see that now. I also wanted to go ahead and talk about walker kills. Now, people are saying like, oh, it's boring, it's slow. Let me ask you guys a question. When was the last time you seen a walker kill as awesome as Nick did this shit in this episode? Within the first 10 minutes, they was on the boat, he raised that shit and just cut that walker's face up. Yo, that shit was bad. And I can't remember the last badass walker kill that I seen like that. on The Walking Dead. Not to knock The Walking Dead, but I'm just saying. And then we got Alicia. This bitch. Ugh. Alright. To be fair, I can't put all the blame on her because Travis is the one that told her to get the damn radio. But Travis tells her to get the radio, tries to radio in on somebody. This chick, man, she goes and gets on the radio and starts talking to this dude named Jake or some shit, right? And they just keep talking back and forth. She's telling this motherfucker everything about the yacht, about them, and about, you know what I'm saying, about all this shit. And anybody watching the damn show was like, you dumbass. Like, you dumbass. What are you doing? And then the shit gets real. And she goes, tries to ask Strand, or she goes, tells everybody about this dude that she's been talking to. Strand come down there mad as hell. And he's like, what'd you tell him? What didn't you tell him? Like, da-da-da-da-da. And dude going to fuck off, right? And everybody's on edge at this point because you got to think everybody's been up for probably well over 24 hours. So everybody's tired of shit, right? And he goes the hell off. And shit gets real from this point because then you got her telling the dude over the radio they can't come. And this motherfucker's like, I'll see you soon. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? We even got a moment thrown in there of Madison and Chris when he was in the bedroom, and we learned just a little bit about Madison's backstory when she was a kid, kind of just a smidgen. She was like, you know, I was 13 years old the first time I hit my dad. Being that she said the first time makes me believe she probably didn't have a good bringing up. So, yeah, we learned a little bit of that too. Speaking of Nick, was he hitting on Salazar's daughter? That's what that shit looked like to me, man. Oh, Nick, come on, Nick. Not the daughter, dog. Stay away from the daughter. That shit'll get you killed. Sorry for the sudden change of scenery, guys, but my shit fucked up last night, so I had to end up doing this ending part again. But I will give this episode a 9.5. I thought it was awesome. Great beginning to a new season. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me your thoughts below because I always love to hear y'all's opinions. And I love you guys. Dead to Zombies. Trouble Down Productions. You guys rock.